breaking news. The video you have been waiting for is here. Now, thanks to my source, I was able to get some information as to what's going to happen in the upcoming Mortal Kombat 12 trailer. Now, mind you, this is only one version of the trailer, as I'm told there will be 4 trailers total that's going to happen. Now, so the trailer that I'm referring to, this is what's going to happen in the trailer. In this trailer, there's going to be a reveal of the ancient evil. We're going to see Liu Kang and Kitana discussing what happened towards the aftermath of Mortal Kombat 11 and how Liu Kang is basically saying that he cannot do this without Raiden, because at this time, Raiden is dead. Raiden is mortal. Raiden is not in this at all. Now, keep in mind, this information has not been confirmed by NRS, WB Discovery, nobody. This information is liable to change at any given second. You are hearing information you're not supposed to have to begin with. So please take all of this with a massive school bus of salt. Let's continue. Now, Liu Kang gathers a team of fighters to take on this ancient evil. Now, I'm not going to skip over this ancient evil. Before I get to the team of fighters, let's actually talk about the ancient evil. So, the ancient evil is a replacement for Kronika. Mind you, everybody has a job title that they have to do. Shinnok failed. After Shinnok failed, that's when his mom stepped in. Now that she failed, another person is going to have to step in. Now, Kronika, from what I'm being told by my source, which is what a lot of people miss, Kronika is not the bad guy. Raiden is the villain. Raiden is the reason for all of this happening. If you notice in Mortal Kombat 11, it was written a certain type of way. I checked with my source to double check this. Raiden was written as the villains. Why do you think the original Midway characters of Liu Kang and Kung Lao, Kitana, everybody blamed Raiden for what happened? You know why? Because it actually was his fault. Simple as that. That's why the Revenants did not like Raiden. He led them to their death. Now, Raiden messed things up so bad in all of these games to the point where Kronika was created. Now, Kronika, and I'm just giving you guys the backstory before we get into the new information. I need to give you this so you can understand and it can all make sense. So what happened here, Kronika is the good person in this situation. This is the reason why she did not straight up just kill people in Mortal Kombat 11, because she had no intention to. Her goal was to fix time, and if she can fix time without killing people, then so be it. But she was prepared to do what she needed to do for the greater good. Now, with that being said, this is the reason why she is being replaced, because she failed. Now, I am told by my source, Kronika did break rules, guys. She did break rules. There is a committee of titans that she had to consult with before doing certain type of things. Now, she was doing her job, but her job was being done unethically. It is her job to rewind time to make sure that it stays the way it needs to stay, as far as having things be the way it need to be, as far as balance wise, is what I'm saying. So let's move forward here. Now that I gave you the backstory that Kronika is actually not a villain, she's a good character. Mind you, NRS did this BS to us before. Remember when we played Mortal Kombat Deception? We was playing that Shujinko. Well, it come to find out when we was playing that Shujinko, we was being manipulated by Damashi the whole time. We was working for the freaking villain. I'm not gonna lie, that made me feel abused, used, betrayed, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But that just means NRS did a great job on that. So they did the same thing with Raiden, by Raiden being the villain, which is a person that we love. So Kronika is supposed to be the hero. Now, what's going to happen when Liu Kang gathers his fighters? Let's move forward and not go in a circle. Liu Kang has to gather his fighters, and this is kind of like a Raiden situation. Remember when time was collapsing on Raiden, which was created by Kronika? Well, guess what? Liu Kang has a version, because time itself is going to collapse, which means nothing is going to cease to exist at this point. Like, just blankness. That's what's going to happen. All of the realms will be destroyed. The entire universe will be destroyed basically at this point. So Liu Kang goes to create a team. Now he gets the Great Kung Lao, he gets Kai, he gets Bo Raicho, he already has Kitana, he has Serena, and also he has Sub-Zero and Scorpion, as well as a few other individuals that are going to be play minor parts. Excuse me. And yes, Sector and Cyrex will be heavily involved in this, and there's going to be a lot of familiar faces and some new faces that are going to be joining the story mode also. So Liu Kang has his hands full because he have to get his teams of champions together because they're going to have to protect Earthrealm in a tournament style format. That's what's going to happen. Now, the movie did the same thing. The movie did the same exact thing where they completely ignored the tournament and they set everything up so that way they can have a proper tournament in the next movie, which is what Mortal Kombat 11 did also. It was not about a tournament this time. It was about saving time. That's what Mortal Kombat 11 was about. Now, granted, a lot of you can say it was just basically MK1, MK2, all those games relived. So if you want to say that, then yeah, okay, I can agree with that just a little bit. But what's going to happen here, and I'm going to be mega honest with you, is that they're going to be fighting, as you already know, to protect Earthrealm. And the reason why is because I scratched this and I cannot scratch this enough. There is no balance. There's no balance. Everything's going to collapse on you. It's going to collapse on itself. It's going to collapse on each other. Now, NRS has been attempting to do this, according to my source, for a very long time. This is the reason why they had Dagon and they had Taven. This is just reused content, except it's being used with Cetrion and Shinnok as the balance, with Kronika being the person in the middle. Now, this is going to bring a lot of other characters back into the fold. Again, as I mentioned, this is just a reused storyline. Now, this game is going to be based off you choosing your destiny. This is what the trailer is going to depict. Now, I'm told that the trailer is going to be exactly 3 minutes and 48 seconds long. That's how long the trailer is going to be. Now, mind you, take this with a grain of salt. We don't know how long this trailer is going to be until it come out. NRS can say, hell, make the trailer 5 minutes. They can say, hell, make the trailer 2 minutes. Who knows? All of these things can change. I'm just giving you the information that I have at this time. I'm just a messenger. Simple as that. Now, new fighting game features will be showed off in this trailer. There's going to be a lot. Of course, they're going to show off the good looking graphics, but they're also going to show off some of the smoother mechanics. But the number one thing that they're going to show off in this trailer is the combos. A lot of people complained about the last trailer not really having combos and stuff like that, so they're going to make it their mission to show off some combos. Now, while you do get to see some combos, you're going to see a lot of returning characters in this trailer. I'm told, to be exact, there's going to be at least 3 new characters in this first trailer, but overall you're going to be able to see different versions of these 3 characters. When I say different versions, I mean you'll see them in different forms of this trailer, as well as some returning faces. Now, towards the very end of the trailer, there's going to be a pre-order reveals that happens at the end of the trailer. Now, that's not rocket science. That's not rocket science. We already know that. Every trailer does a reveal, so that's nothing for us to be super excited about or anything like that. Well, it is something for us to be excited about, but you get what I'm saying. I'm making it aware that I know that we all know that's going to happen anyway. So with that being said, now you're probably asking me, well, bro, who the heck is going to be the pre-order bonus? Now, I'm going to make an entire video about that, but I will go ahead and name drop in this video. Now, I am told that it is between Havoc, Onaga, Motaro, and the Great Kung Lao. Those are the 4 people that are considered for the pre-order bonus. Keep those things in mind. I'm going to make a full video as to why, so you want to stay tuned to that. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, there's your reason to do so and to like the video. Now, the Scorpion skin that we did not get in Mortal Kombat 11, NRS has every intention of keeping every promise that they have given us that we did not get in Mortal Kombat 11. Now, one promise that they may not be able to keep, which is what I'm told by my source, is Ash Williams, because the deal fell apart and they're still trying to work to make sure that they can get that to happen, to see what's going to happen with that. I should say, at this point in time, I am told that that deal is dead cold, so do not expect to see Ash Williams. If we do, it will be a cold day in hell, which means they finally worked something out at that point. Now, let me go back over, let me do a quick recap as to what's going to happen in the trailer to give you the short form. So to give you the short form as to what's going to happen in this trailer, is basically the trailer's going to come on. It's going to look all dramatic, meaning that Liu Kang is going to be talking to Kitana. Kitana is going to be confident Liu Kang, giving him courage as to how he can solve the situation to deal with the ancient evil and how they're going to save, basically save the Earthrealms. This is when Liu Kang is going to go get help from the Great Kung Lao. This is the reason he went to get help from the Great Kung Lao in the time period that he went to is because they need to protect time. Now, I'm told that all timelines, all universes are going to be colliding on each other, and they have to stop it from happening. Mind you, Kronika has been doing this for years, for eons, so she knows how to merge the past with the present, and she knows how to unmerge them. As for Liu Kang, since there is no balance, this is going to happen where all time periods are going to fold on each other. So you will see characters from different time periods is what you're going to see. For example, you may see someone that's from 500 years ago fighting a new character like Jarek or something like that. So this really gives them the opportunity to scratch their feet on what they are allowed to do, which is pretty dope because they can write a pretty crazy story with this. Now towards the end, it's going to be about them having balance and time. But I am also told that a main character is going to make a major sacrifice. Now the two characters that they have in mind for a sacrifice is Mortal Raiden and Liu Kang. Now, I would say it would be a little too early to kill off who is he? Fire Guard Liu Kang. Losing track of my thoughts here. It would be too early for them to kill off Fire Guard Liu Kang because they just created him and he's great for the series. However, they want to reestablish with the fans that they can tell a good story and make you emotionally attached to that character. We all know that NRS has overstayed their welcome when it comes to killing characters and bringing them back. Now, my source did agree excuse me, that NRS is looking to gain sympathy, meaning that they want you to care for these characters again. We know so much to the fact that if a character die, we don't care because we know that character is not really dead and that character is going to come back. But I told you once, I'll tell you again, they are looking to change that. So there's going to be a major on-screen death that's going to happen. You're probably asking, well, what make them want to do that? Well, it's because the response that they got from Sonya's death in Mortal Kombat 11 literally affected nobody. If anything, people was more pissed that she was not in the rest of the game. I'm talking about the current Sonya. People were more pissed that she was not in the game and they felt like her death was pointless and it was useless. And I gotta agree, when Sonya died, I was like, okay, so that's it? Like, what happens now? She just dead? I didn't go, oh my god, no, they killed Sonya, I can't believe Sonya died. No, because excuse me, NRS got us desensitized to those things. So now they got to start from the beginning to get us to care. So that's why they're going to make this trailer as juicy as possible. It's going to be one of those I gotta buy type of trailers. Now, I will say this also is that we will be getting another prologue. A lot of you are probably wondering, what the hell is a prologue? What are you talking about, dude? Well, a prologue is basically the trailer that we got of Raiden chopping off Shinnok's head and introducing Kronika. This is something that they're going to do to introduce the ancient evil. Now, you guys are probably like, okay, dude, you keep saying ancient evil. What do you mean? Do you mean Onaga? Do you mean, who do you mean? Like, dude, speak up. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this right here. Now, I want you to take this part with a super grain of salt, at least until I get confirmation on this part, a full confirmation. So, the Elder Demons. Now, I'm told this ancient evil is still being decided. Now, I know a lot of you are probably like, dude, they gotta be halfway finished with the game. What do you mean they're still deciding? Well, they are deciding which one they want to use. For example, this happened in Mortal Kombat 11. For example, Kronika was a dude originally. She was a dude all the way up and towards like the middle of the game until they had to switch everything over. She was a dude named Kronos, or I think his name was Chronic or Kronos, or whatever it is according to my source. His name was Kronos, something like that, right? But they ended up switching to Kronika. Now, Geras was also one of the boss characters. It was supposed to be a male. They were going to go with Geras, but Geras got downgraded to basically a henchman. Now, I'll tell you something else my source told me. Kronika's finishing move is actually Geras' finishing move. Geras was the one that was meant to control time, but they switched it over to Kronika. That's what happened with that. They wanted a strong, powerful person to have time-bending powers, not somebody like Geras. But then it began to make sense because they did not want Kronika interacting with all of the characters, so they used Geras to do it. They used Geras to interact with the characters, to send a message, to do the bidding of Kronika. Because remember, Kronika is not a villain like Shang Tsung. She's not a villain like Shinnok. or any of the other villains, because Shinnok, he'll just straight up put hands and feet on you. He'll kill you, and then he'll look you in your face before he kill you and be like, you insignificant pizza, and you know, then he'll just take you out from there. He's a real villain, mind you. Like I said, Chronica is not really a villain, so they wanted to keep her from interacting with people because they had no plans of her actually killing people. Correct me in the comment section below, but how many people did Chronica actually step on? She didn't step on nobody. She only killed people or took people out when it was necessary to shape the balance of time. Now, for those of you that are going to say this, I'll go ahead and say it for you. When you lose as Liu Kang, you know, Chronica takes Liu Kang's head off, completely off, the same way that he did to Shinnok. That's when you lose, when you're fighting Chronica, and she basically erases you from history. That's literally the only person that she kills, to the best of my knowledge. Now, a lot of you, like I said, correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong, but I don't think Chronica killed anybody in Mortal Kombat 11 at all. I could be missing somebody, I will admit that, but for what I remember, she has not. Liu Kang is the only person she put hands and feet on as far as actually killing them. Everybody else, she basically manipulated. She talked to them into joining her side. She literally could have kidnapped Jackie, and she could have threatened Jax to make him work for her. She could have did the same thing with Liu Kang and a whole bunch of other people to put them in tight spots, but according to my source, that was not the direction that they were looking to take, because she is a hero. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you want me to stop scratching that hero part. So let's go on to the next thing here. I want to go back and I want to touch on something real quick about Liu Kang wanting help from Raiden, but Raiden is dead. Now, mind you, this stuff happens. There's going to be a time jump with this game. There's going to be a small time jump. However, they will do a time jump, but it's going to pick up directly off MK11. So I'll give you an example. You know how in Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, they travel into the past? They travel like just a little bit far back to the point where Kitana is getting ready to hurt Shao Kahn. So we're going to have a situation like that, basically, is what's going to happen. So again, there will be a time jump, but there's also going to be current events that's going on. Now, I want to touch on story mode one more time. Okay, so you have Shang Tsung's ending. You have Liu Kang's ending. You have the Ancient Evil. You have Unaga. You have the Elder Demons. These are the 5 things that they're working with to trying to find out which one is going to be the best. Now, I know a lot of you are probably like, dude, what the hell do you mean they're trying to figure this out? Shouldn't they be finished with the game already? Well, actually, doing the story mode is pretty easy. You just basically get the characters to do the voiceover. That's usually the hard part because you're paying them and they're on your time and you want to make sure you get it worth. So you have them come in and record all the voice. Once they record all the voice, you can literally shape the story mode at any second the way that you want to, because that's stuff that you do on your time. It's only time sensitive when you're hiring other people. For example, if I hire you to come in and do voiceover, I gotta do it on your time when I hire you because you gotta get home to your family. But if it's some editing that needs to be done, I don't need you to do editing after you already record your voiceover, because I can do that 3-4 o'clock in the morning, or take as long as I want, or switch it up the way I want. So that's the point that I'm trying to get across here. So I'm looking forward to this trailer. I can't wait. I'm told that this trailer, they're looking to make a massive impact. There's going to be so much that happens in this trailer to the point you're going to have to rewind it a couple of times in order to see what's going on. Now, when it comes to the pre-order thing, I am looking to see Motaro return. I hope Motaro do get the pre-order bonus. Now, I did mention in one of my other videos, I think it was like 2 months ago, that Motaro is being considered for the pre-order. So it's good to see that Motaro name is still being mentioned by my source as a legitimate character to make an appearance. Now, I want you guys to do notice also, there are 3 categories that these characters go into. You got playable, you got DLC, and you got NPC. Those the 3 that you have. So just because Motaro joins the game, if he does not become DLC or playable character, he will be an NPC. You may see him in story mode. Like, for example, we seen Goro. Goro was in the crypt. He was a part of the game. Same thing with Reptile. Same thing with Ermac. So you best believe that they're going to be doing their ass off when it comes to this crypt, aka slash the what you call it, conquest mode, basically. But as mentioned, Onaga and the Ancient Evil, I can't wait to see what's going to happen with that also, because maybe they will portray Onaga as the Ancient Evil, or it could be the Elder Demons. Now, one name, I know you guys are probably like, dude, why didn't you throw this name out there earlier? One name that they are strongly considering, that I've only heard them talk about once, is Lucifer. Now, bringing Lucifer into the fold, I think that's a whole different level for Netherrealm. I've only heard his name mentioned once. I have not heard anything else about him, so that's why I have not mentioned him in the past, because I like for my source to kind of bring up some of the same stuff over and over again, or give me updates on it before I speak about it, because it's like, okay, if they're still talking about this and it's been 2 months, it's more than likely probably going to happen at this point. You feel me? That's how I look at it. But again, shout out to NRS. I'm super excited for what they got going on. I will tell you, there's some scary times out here, because Discovery is not playing, dude. They're canceling all scripted content. They literally just canceled Legends of Tomorrow. They canceled Batwoman. It's affecting AEW. It's affecting everything across the board, including the video game division. So I'm already told, as far as Mortal Kombat 13 goes, they're looking to do something completely different. Now, and I am told there's another Mortal Kombat game that's in the works. It's called Mortal Kombat Next Generation. That's the name of it, Mortal Kombat Next Gen. I'm still waiting to get more information on that, but they're looking to reactivate what they were doing once with like Shaolin monks and having an RPG game and things of that nature. Now, I'm also told that it is extremely early beta, that they're putting something together for a Call of Duty like Mortal Kombat game. Now, that's something that's going to be tested internally, meaning that people on the outside, such as us, we won't get our hands on that or hear anything about that. They're going to try this to see how it works around the office. Now, I would say it's a really, really good idea, because you got the Special Forces, Black Dragon. There's a lot of human-like elements you can do on that. Now, I'm going to make a full video on that, so you can just stay tuned. I want to pass this question off to you guys in the comment section below, and I really, really, really want you to answer this question. Do you think NRS is going to create a different Mortal Kombat game that resembles Shaolin Monks, or a role-playing game basically like Deceptions or Shaolin Monks? That's question number one. Question number two is, what do you think is going to happen in the Mortal Kombat 12 reveal trailer? That's what I want to know. Question number three, I want to ask you, who do you think is going to be the big bad villain for Mortal Kombat 12? That's the other question I have for you guys. So that's 3 questions for you to answer. You can answer them in the comment section below. Again, I love it when you guys type me long messages, books. I read them. You guys be having some great content. I will like your message. I will heart it. I'll probably respond like a few days later, up to a week, because there's so many comments to get through. I try to respond to whatever I can respond to, you know, basically, like I said, when I'm able to, and I don't want you guys to think I'm ignoring you. So make sure you leave a comment. I read all of my comments. I always try to make sure I take out at least 10 or 20 minutes a day to go through the comments, to respond to them, and kind of interact with you guys and everything and stuff. So that's basically where we are with it. I truly enjoy your feedback. Now, if you enjoyed this video, dude, if you're watching this video all the way up until now, I kindly ask you, if you enjoyed the content that you've heard so far, can you smash that subscribe button and turn on post notifications? Because be honest, this is your brand new favorite and exclusive place for daily Mortal Kombat content. That's what I want to put out there. Make sure you like the video. Hell, if you want to share it on Reddit, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Discord, feel free to do so, because I want to get as many Mortal Kombat fans together as possible. If you want to join our Discord, leave a comment, say, hey, let me in your Discord, and I'm going to personally send you a link, so that way you can be able to join. I'm super excited for Mortal Kombat. I'm ready to see what's coming next, and this look like we just stepping. We stepping this whole season. Mortal Kombat is finally going to the next level, instead of being one of them games that has been stagnant for almost damn near 20-something years, or I should say 30 years at this point, since we're coming up on the 30th anniversary. So I appreciate you guys watching all the way into the end. stay tuned. I have more content coming. I am trying to get back to 3 videos a day now that I've caught up on some of this work that I got going on in the background. I will be bringing back the weapons of combat. I will be bringing back the lore of combat. And like I said, I got the arena of combat that's sitting in my Kel folder that I need to get together so I can release that to you guys too. A lot of content is coming. And I will be returning to doing Mortal Kombat movie content. For those of you that really enjoyed that, don't worry, I did not forget. I'm just trying to revamp everything. There's so much content to give you guys, which is a great thing. That's a really great problem to have, you know? Really great problem to have. But anyway, shout out to my moderators. I see you guys down there doing your thing. I appreciate you guys, and the ones that watched all the way to the end. Super dope of you all. Make sure you go check out the documentary on how to make Mortal Kombat 12, everything that they're doing to make Mortal Kombat 12, I should say. I really want you to go and check that out. And yeah, catch you in the next one.